Hey everybody, welcome to another wonderful episode of Just Sayin. I'm sitting here on the couch with my favorite ladies, Sammi, sweetheart.
Hey.
And Siggy Flicker.
Hello, everybody.
And I'm Clare Galterio. And before we start another episode, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's tuning in. Last week, we had to take a little leave of absence due to a death in the family. We really appreciate all the fans reaching out, asking, where the heck were we? So
yeah,
we appreciate you guys listening and also appreciating that we need to take some time. So thank you.
Thank you for understanding.
Yes, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
But welcome back, ladies. How are you?
Yeah, we're back. Woo!
Woohoo!
Looking good.
Stronger
Sam is
than
nice
ever.
and tan.
I'm
my
really
God.
tan. I'm a little orange. I'm pushing orange
No,
today.
You're not.
You're not orange.
You look really tan.
Like
and
Siggy
really
and I-
Miami
good.
sun, ladies. Miami sun.
Yeah.
Siggy and I could not be paler. And
I'm
Sam
so
could not
pale.
be
Like,
tanner.
Claire's actually really pale.
Now, I see the
I'm
sun.
so pale. Like, God, what is wrong with
Claire,
me?
you don't understand. You are going to look gorgeous at 50.
Yes.
When
But
I see
at
the
30,
sun,
I'm looking really rank because I have this pale skin. But at 50, I'm going to look like a bomb.
You were so fun.
Bombshell at 50. Wait, speaking of bombshells, we have to talk about the Emmys that happened.
what a bomb.
A bomb that was. I thought Andy Samberg did a good job, but apparently everyone else thought he sucked.
Okay, I thought Andy...
Are you sure it was his fault
Yeah.
or
I
was
thought
it just
it
the
was
Emmys in
good.
general?
No.
What do you think, Sig?
Oh my God. It was the worst Emmys ever. There was nothing interesting about it. I tuned out after 17 minutes. I was like, I'm out of here. Ray Donovan is on. Go
I love.
away.
See, I would rather talk about Ray Donovan.
I've never seen it.
The
Emmys.
Emmys were horrific. And you know who I feel bad for? Amy, how do you say her last name? Poehler?
Schumer?
No.
I love Amy Schumer.
Oh,
What's wrong with Amy Poehler? Why do you feel bad for her? Because she didn't win?
No, I want to tell you something.
Oh, okay.
When you're nominated 16 times,
I know.
and the goddamn people at the Emmys don't have enough sense to give you an award.
Oh, phone's ringing.
Oh, somebody's calling us in.
Awkward.
Who's calling? Hello? Welcome to Just Saying. How can I help you? Wait, continue.
And no one's
just-
there.
And they hung up. Thanks for calling.
Yay! I'm just saying, come on, you have to give it to that the other one from I don't know names today. I'm blank, but come on, she's one of the world's most talented women. You can't give her. She's got to be nominated 16 times. Like,
That's
hello,
crazy. I
you're
know.
not doing something right. You just lost a Sig. Bye bye.
Well, Veep took everything. Veep
No,
took that category.
wow.
Veep took, they won everything.
First of all, great show, tremendous talent. But I'm just saying, they won 5 times, 6 times, 6
Yeah.
Emmys. Come on. You're not going to give somebody
Yeah, I
with
think
that
it's-
talent.
Yeah, I think it's not fair. I think that a lot of people should
Yeah.
have a better chance of getting an award. If somebody's getting it so many times, give it to somebody else.
Somebody else was nominated 22 times.
Get out.
And they didn't win. I forget who it was.
Yeah, that's probably after I tuned out, after
Honestly,
17 minutes.
my favorite part of these award shows are just the fashion anyway.
Yes.
I don't really tune into
Honey,
the
of
awards.
course, the most beautiful woman there. Come on.
Sofia Vergara. That's what she's going to
My
say.
angel.
No, wait, I love
Right?
Sophia.
I'm right. I knew it.
Wait, don't get me wrong. I love Sophia. But every single award show, she wears the same mermaid dress.
Mm-hmm.
Can we try something new? I would love to see something different on her. She's gorgeous. I love her.
Yes.
But I would love to see a different outfit or style for,
I agree.
for an award show.
Yeah.
Because she
No.
can pull it off. She
Yeah,
can wear a brown
she's
paper bag.
Well, listen,
Yes.
I have a philosophy in life. If it works, buy it in every color. For example, I have these black halo dresses when they were out, the Jackie O ones.
Oh my God, I loved Black Halo.
Wait, I have 62 of those dresses.
Can I borrow one of those?
Yeah, you could borrow it anytime
Thank
because I
you.
don't fit into anything anymore. And then
Oh, stop.
Chiara Bonnie, La Petite Robe, I have it in every color. So for getting back to Sophia, it works for her, and every year she kills it. So
I guess you're right because my hair, I'll never change my hair because it works
Right,
for me. But I don't know. I just feel like all these awards, everybody does something different. Usually sometime, just once.
Yeah.
I would love to see something once done different.
I was really excited about Sarah Hyland's outfit. I don't know if you guys remember it. I can't remember who was the designer, but I know Brad Goreski styled her, and she had this
I love
beautiful,
Brad. I love Brad.
me too. She had this beautiful off the shoulder, almost brown maroon color. It was perfect for fall, and it was 106 degrees there.
Yeah.
And she just
Oh my
looked
God, I agree.
stunning.
did you see the, Miss Olivia Culpo? How do you say her name?
She's beautiful.
I didn't see what was she wearing.
She
She
fainted.
fainted?
It was so hot, and that's another vision of perfection.
And you know that
beautiful.
they probably didn't eat anything all day.
Well, you get ready for these things. It's nerve
No, I
wracking.
don't
Yeah.
want to eat when you want to
Yeah.
your best. So
Exactly.
I would never eat before an award show.
I wouldn't either.
I would eat
I
a
would
little
be
bit of salad, maybe a piece of toast just to have something in my stomach early. I'm talking 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
By the time you get to the award show, you're like,
Yeah.
I'm looking good.
I'd be the asshole that had a bagel.
Right.
pancakes. And I was
I
like,
always
why
say-
do I look
I'm
so
jealous.
fat
I'm
today?
jealous of girls like you.
Yeah.
No, I would be having to change my outfit because it wouldn't fit. Speaking of outfits, what is going on with Amber Rose and like walking on in some outfit and
No,
the
she's-
slut
yeah,
movement? Can you
just
explain to
say
me what's
slut
going
walk.
on?
No,
the
it's the
slut
slut walk.
walk. Okay,
Yes.
which one of you girls was talking about this before we started?
Rose.
I
still don't understand what it is.
I don't really
Okay.
understand the concept, but I do know that a lot of people are donating to this slut walk.
Yes.
Like there's some big rappers and celebrities that
shocking.
donated tons of
Shocking.
money.
The slut walk is aimed to combat women's equality issues such as sexual injustice and victim blaming. So the point of why Amber Rose is doing this, and by the way, her, just on another topic, her and Black China are going to have a show coming out, and it is going to be killer. It is going to be so sweet. I'm so excited.
Would you
for the
tune in?
I'm going to tune in, yes, because they're both so angry, and they're both they're just on a war path right now, and they're just having fun. But
Yeah.
let's get back to the slut walk.
So what is it? Like, are they actually
When
gonna
a
be like
woman-
walking around?
No, it's just listen. There's a lot of it's no equality. If a man sleeps with 100 girls, you said it on the Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
If the boys were sleeping with 100 women, it was like, oh, they're so cool. But the minute a woman brings a man back and having a sexual affair with him, all of a
frowned
sudden
upon.
she's hoe. She's
Yeah.
a hoe.
Yeah.
So she's saying, you know what? Call me a hoe. Call me whatever you want. I think she should have used a different word other than slut. But the point of it is, have no shame. Here I am.
And where does this money go to?
That's what I'm wondering. Is this for a cause, like a legit cause, or is this just to raise money for awareness of like sluts and whatnot?
And then what? They just throw one big slutty party at the end? Like, I don't understand.
I thought this. I was thinking about this coming from a business standpoint. Like, I think it's very clever that she called it the slut walk and like is giving women like just a chance to be themselves and dress however they want and do this
Right.
and with no care, no shame. I thought it was very Amber. So for somebody to do this, like I feel like only Amber could pull this off.
Agreed.
Slut walk. And I think if it has something to do with like a really great cause, I think it's a phenomenal.
I do
think
too.
it's awesome.
If it's like a legitimate charity where the money's going to go to
Exactly.
battered women shelters or something
agree.
like that, that's different. But something tells me it's going to a slut party at the end.
No, I hope not. But I've even seen like she posts on her Instagram like the celebs who donate and she thanks them, and I think it's really cool if it's for a great cause.
Yes.
that's awesome. Like I love it, and I think it would be fun, like just to walk and dress slutty and raise money for a good cause. I think it's like funny. Like to me, I think it's funny.
And you know
Yeah.
what? You're right. And that's why it's getting so much attention.
Yeah.
And that's why so many celebrities and non-celebrities are donating and talking about it. And that's why we're talking about it today. Because obviously, Amber, I hope you're listening because you're doing something right, girl.
Yeah.
You keep going.
People
You
out
keep
there that
going.
are listening to this podcast, I want you to tweet at us and let us know what you would wear to the slut walk.
You know what I like Amber? You know what? I really like Amber because she just doesn't care what anybody thinks.
Yes.
She's true to herself and she just does her own thing. She beats her own drum, and that's why I like her.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, and that's why I think her show with Black China is going to be so successful. What is it going to be about, though? Do we know, Siggy? Or is it just them, like,
There's
slut walking
speculation
around the
that
world?
it's going to be all about taking down the Kardashians.
Bum, bum, bum.
I would totally tune into
And
that.
I would
Kim
totally
is
watch it.
furious, and Kylie's furious. And what people don't realize is Black China and Kim Kardashian were BFF. They were best friends at one point. She was at her wedding, and she brings in her man, Tyga. Hi, Tyga.
Wait, I have a question before you continue.
Tyga, what?
Tyga?
I always get confused when I say his name.
At Kim Kardashian's wedding to Kanye West?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm trying to figure out how long ago
that's
they met.
recent.
Yeah,
That's
this is pretty recent. Okay, so they
Recent,
met
but-
at Kim's wedding.
No. Kim and Black China are BFF.
Right. Kylie and Tyga met.
No, they didn't meet there. I don't know when they met,
Okay.
but the flirting escalated to obviously he had the hots for her, she
Right.
had the hots for him, and at first Kim was really, really upset about it. You know, Kim's a very loyal person. She is, and at first she was really upset about
Yeah,
it.
but it's
And-
awkward because Kim was also posting Instagram photos with Black China with their big butts. You don't remember
Yes.
this?
That's
And
what I'm saying.
That's
She's-
so awkward.
Yeah, she was upset about it. And even at one point, they went to a party months later and she cut Tyga out of the picture. Kim did.
Oh,
because
yeah. I remember
Yes,
that.
because she felt it was a little bit awkward and inappropriate to do. She's got a heart. Listen.
But you know, at the end of the day, you know, even though Kylie's messing up, maybe he didn't do the right thing. That's your family. What would you do? Would you stick by your family or would you stick by your friend?
well, she's
I don't know. That's hard.
Yeah, it's a tricky situation. That's such an awkward, uncomfortable position.
Well,
Yeah.
I would tell my 17-year-old sister to, like, calm down, like, pipe up for a
She's
second.
17, she's not going to listen to you. My 17-year-old sister never listened to me. I'm like, you shouldn't be doing that. She's like, F you.
Mary Gracie might listen to me. She might not listen to my other sisters.
Now, listen, Kylie's on her own road right now.
She'll wake up one day and realize.
No, and there's no stopping it. But this war that's going on Instagram between her and Black China, I mean, she'll post something and then Kylie will post something.
How old is Blac Chyna?
Older.
I think she's 22, 23.
Oh, she's not that old.
No, I'm just saying she's another.
Right.
Listen, my heart breaks for Blac Chyna.
No, I know. I feel bad. She has a baby.
And then you love
Siggy
this
and I
man.
are on the same page so much
sorry.
today.
It's just like you have a baby and all of a sudden he's dating this girl who just got lip injection and she's like, hot. I mean, some people think she's hot. I mean,
Siggy's
I don't
not
know.
a fan of Kylie too much.
I think Kylie without makeup, which if you've all seen recently on TMZ,
looks like a normal person. Yes.
Like a nice 18-year-old girl.
I agree with you, Claire.
And then when you see her in interviews, one lip is going one way and the other lip is going that way. Honey, you're never going to be your sister. Kim Kardashian without makeup is the most beautiful. There are no words. This woman's beautiful. I would suggest that the family stay away from injections because it's starting to look on their faces. Khloe is my favorite.
And Khloe's my favorite
getting
too.
back to Kylie, when you see her in interviews, one lip is going one way, the other lip is going that way. It's like, what are you doing? Now, my heart breaks also for Kylie. You got a father that just came out, and they're all proud, and they're all standing behind it. It's hard. It's hard. Like parent-teacher conference. I mean, well, she doesn't go to school; she's homeschooled. But your dad's showing up in dresses and skirts and with makeup on, and it's a little bit of a transition. So I think she's going through a funk of her own.
Yeah.
But Blac Chyna.
So I actually think Kylie's beautiful.
So do I.
I do too. And I think a lot of and that's why she gets so many million followers on these Snapchats and apps, because a lot of girls want to be that. I don't think she's a great role model for girls to do this young, 18 years old, to do lip injections, dye your hair blonde. Like, I was never even allowed to get a piercing till I was 16.
Yeah.
I was a little more old school, but when you're living a high life like that, you have so much access to so many different things. And I think Kylie's beautiful, but she's also really young right now. So give her 10 years and let's see what she really looks like.
Yeah.
Right. But people are not following her because they think she's beautiful. Let's just have it.
Yes, they are.
Watch
100%.
They are not. They're following her because a lot of people are enthralled with her lifestyle.
Yeah.
I know girls who are that age. I know girls who are following her, who are all in Joshua, my son's high school, and they're like, Kylie. I'm like, why do you love her so much? You're like, oh my God, she's constantly changing herself. She's got 11 Cartier bracelets and 19 Ferraris and green hair and blue hair. Kylie is constantly reinventing herself, and it's exciting to watch.
Yeah.
And then one
I
day,
agree with that.
One day she's got eyebrows, the next day she doesn't have them painted in. One day she's got no upper lip, the next day she is vavoom.
You're right.
Yeah.
Which is great marketing at her own point.
It's brilliant, but do you know how many people did that lip challenge of hers?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was so
Did you
scary.
try it?
No, you see the people's the fails that were out. They were
Oh my
so
God, the
scary.
bruised lips.
Yes, so scary.
I mean, if I was following her, I would follow her because I would want to look. If I was 18, I would want to look like that. Because young girls, they always there's always somebody that they want to. Like when we were growing up, it was like Britney Spears, Jennifer Lopez. Like we all were just we love them. So I think Kylie, for this generation, for the young girls, that's who the role model is.
Yeah.
But their role model should really be Kendall, because you want to talk about perfection.
Oh, yeah, she's so pretty.
Yeah. She's so pretty and got it all together, except for the nipple, the nipple ring,
Little booby piercing.
Wait, you don't like a little piercing
I'm
every
only
now
kidding.
and
I
then?
love Kendall. I love her. I don't care what she does.
Yeah, it's not offending
I just
anybody.
think she's
fine.
so natural looking.
Yeah.
Got her
exactly.
shit together.
She's a
and-
hard worker. She's
I think I feel like whenever they were on that show when they were 10, 12 years old, those two.
Did you watch it? I was in bed yesterday because I was so tired from my Miami weekend, but they were playing yesterday, actually.
Old School?
The first season of the Kardashians, and I cannot believe what a difference everybody looks like. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like reality TV is just like a whole nother world, which actually, Sam, how the heck does that actually happen? Like, whenever you got picked, were you picked at a bar? Like, were you sitting at a restaurant? Someone was like, oh my God, you're so cute. Do you want to be on the show? Or did someone, how were you discovered? Or did you know someone who knew someone who was doing this show? How did it work for you?
Everybody, I feel like, always asks me this, but it was really random. When I turned 21, I saved up, me and my best friend, we saved up our money, and we were like, we're going to get a shore house in Belmar, because we heard that's the place to be in the summer, and we knew all these people that would go and get these shore houses. So that's what we did. Me and my friend, we got a shore house, and we were in a room with bunk beds. Me and her, we we paid like cheap amount of money. We were in a house with like 20 people, and we were in one
that sounds
room.
like my nightmare.
We were in one room about the size of this with 4 beds in it, and me and my friend had bunk beds. I was on the bottom, she was on top, and literally this girl's bed was touching the bottom of my bed, and then the other one was on the other wall. So there's 4 girls in this room, one bathroom. There's like other rooms, like 4 or 5 people in it. We had so many people in this house. So we would go to Belmar in New Jersey, and we would just like party and have fun. And then we would go to work on like Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
I worked in an eye doctor's office. And we would do that every weekend. And the stories and like the good times, the funny moments that I could sit here all day and talk about all the crazy stories that happen in the shore house. Like, it was so much fun. So one day my girlfriend was like, look at this survey online. It's all about like down the shore, Guido, like fist pumping. And I'm like, Jen, I'm totally filling this out and writing a story. This would be I'm like, we got to tell this story, whatever. It's hysterical. So I sent in a picture of me, and they're like, where are you from? Describe our weekend at the shore. Tell us some like things that happened. And I just filled it out.
Yeah.
Like, we were joking around. Like, I was like, oh my God, this is so funny. This is our life. And I sent in a picture, and then that was it. I didn't hear anything. And I was like, the whole summer I'm working out, going down the shore, working, going to school, and next thing you know, I'm in the gym and I get a phone call like months later. I'm talking like 4 months later. It's from a random person. I'm like, hello? And they're like, hi, can you meet us in Atlantic City for an interview? We would like to film you for a television show, like, or whatever. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so cool. I'm like, Atlantic City. I'm like, I don't know. My mom's like, just go for it. I was single at the time. I was working in an eye doctor's office. I was going to school, playing soccer. Like, I didn't have anything else really going on. She's like, just go and do an audition for whatever. So I went and I wore like my sluttiest outfit. I hope this audition tape like never surfaces.
Oh my God,
ever.
have you seen it? Have you seen the tape?
No, I hope like they can never find it.
Oh my God,
like,
MTV, please send me the tape. I want to see it.
Please do not.
I want to see what you're wearing.
And they were just like asking me questions, and I just like was telling them and describing my life. And then next thing you know, I didn't hear anything. Months later, I thought I wasn't like getting it. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know what show I was doing. I got picked, and I ended up in Seaside, and I thought I was going to be in Belmar. Literally the day that I walked in the house, I had no idea how many people were going to be there. When I packed my clothes, they picked me up. They're like, there's 20 people in this hotel room. So they put you in a hotel room before you go in the house, and they do final interviews, and they picked 7, 8 people to go into the house from that hotel.
Wow.
And I didn't have a phone, so my mom for 3 days had no idea where I was. She didn't know.
My mom would have sent out a search party.
I packed a bag, and when they picked me up, they're like, I packed a little bag thinking I was also working in an eye doctor's office, so I have a job and everything. And so when they came to pick up, I thought I was going to be coming back to work and just filming on like the weekends. They picked me up. They're like, you're going to need more than that. I was like, oh, really? And they're like, yeah. So I packed more, and I'm like, what am I doing? I go to the hotel. Next thing you know, I have no phone. They they confiscate your phone. So I had no phone for 3 days. We did interviews. Next thing you know, I show up at the Jersey Shore house with 8 other people. And I'm like, oh, cool, I'm in Seaside. I guess I'm filming a reality show. I had to call my mom from the duck phone, which is recorded, and she had to go and tell my job I was quitting, not coming back.
Oh, my God.
That is so crazy.
And
That's
they were
nuts.
like, what the hell? So I didn't even tell my job that I was doing this or anything, so they had no notice. I also had preseason for soccer in my college, and my mom, I had to call my mom, had to call my coach and tell him that I was missing preseason, but he still let me play after we were done filming.
That was nice.
Awesome. Thanks, Willie P. Love you, Coach
Oh
Keith
my
Wood.
God.
Keith Wood.
Yeah, Coach. Thanks,
What
Coach.
a great coach.
He was so nice, and I came back and played, but it was like crazy. I didn't know what I was doing.
Now, is that because you've always been a sweetheart? Like, how did you get Sammy Sweetheart?
I don't know about always being a sweetheart, but my friends, I don't know. Some people be like, "Oh, you're Sammy Sweetheart," whatever. It was like a corny nickname. So when they like asked me about it, I was like, "Oh, I'm Sammy Sweetheart," because on the spot they're like, "What's your nickname?" I'm like, "Oh, what am I gonna do here?"
Right.
It kind of just like came out, but yeah, that was really it.
That is so
That's my
cool.
Yeah,
life story.
that was really it.
And then I was on Jersey Shore
For 6 seasons, right?
6 seasons, yeah.
That is crazy.
And I kind of knew Mike. A lot of people don't know this, but I would see Mike at Belmar sometimes.
Oh, before the show?
Before the show. So I like knew Mike. So when I went in the house, I was like, oh, I kind of know this guy.
Right. Claire, if you had to have a nickname, what would your nickname be? On the spot, go.
Oh,
go.
good one.
Go.
Oh, I'm
go.
Keekster. That's what it is.
Keekster? I'd be big
because
mouth.
I'm
You're the
Kiki.
Sig.
I'd be the Sig with the big mouth. Big mouth. Sammy Sweetheart,
Big
Siggy
mouth?
Big Mouth. Yeah.
Siggy Big Mouth.
Why not?
Yeah, I'm just Keekster.
Keekster.
What up, Keeks?
Keeks.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a great story. I love that.
Yeah, my story was just so good. All right, let's change gears for a second. I need to plug the next podcast. I know it's kind of weird to do it in the middle of this one, but we're getting our first call in, and I'm super, super excited.
Yay.
Isn't that exciting? It's
So
going to be Joan. I'm so excited about Joan from Zoosk.com. I don't know if you guys know about Zoosk, but you should. It's the number one dating app.
It's the number one online dating app.
Wow.
It is number one. Zoosk. My
Zoosoo
personal
riot.
favorite. And go on, Claire. But
Oh, no. I'm just super excited to have someone call in. We've been talking about this every episode. I feel like we're going to have someone call in, and now she's finally going to call. I'm so excited.
Joan from Zeus will be calling us in next week.
Yeah,
Yes,
next
but you
week.
guys have to understand why Zoosk is my favorite. And
Yeah, why do you like it so much?
So I want you to imagine in every other dating, site, you plug in your information and they, things happen. But in this dating site, I want you to imagine that there's Albert Einstein, there's mad scientists working behind the scenes.
Really?
So they're actually watching who you interact with. And you know how when you buy a book on Amazon, like let's say tomorrow you were going to go buy a book on Amazon that says suggested, they suggest other books for you according to what you buy?
Yes.
Well, with Zoosk, they monitor who you are interacting with. And then they have, I'm going to suggest that, Claire, you interact also with David, Bob, and you could check out their profiles.
It's really interesting.
They go a step beyond, and they are incredible.
Oh, I'm excited. I can't wait to hear all about it. Oh, wait,
So definitely tune in next week so we could talk about
Oh, yeah, we're
this
going to
whole,
talk all about
Zeus
that stuff.
Yes.
We're going to get some, good stats and, hear about fun things about...
relationship stuff.
Yeah, like dating online and all that stuff.
They have the best stats.
You know what I find so interesting is that, now in 2000... Was it 2015? I don't know what day it is. Yeah. In 2015... In 15 years ago, dating online, I feel like it was oh my God, that's so weird. Oh my
15
God.
years ago, was there dating online?
Yes, there definitely was. I remember being 15 and being
Group chat. Remember the chat rooms? That was,
yes.
This is what dating online was. Where you would go into a chat room and be like, remember I was
it was
13
age, sex.
Age, sex, location.
Oh,
yeah.
Pick, question mark.
Yeah.
Pick.
But it was so sketchy to date like that or to talk to people online. But now it's so many people find love this way. And Siggy, you're a matchmaker. What do you think of this sort of scenario? Meeting people online?
Online dating is phenomenal. I think that everybody should use whatever they can to their advantage. However, use it up to a certain point, because no dating, you can't determine, chemistry by somebody's profile. So you have to get off your ass and you really have to go out there and you really have to sit down and meet that person. And I always go back to saying, listen, I loved my husband's mannerisms when I met him. I loved the way he spoke. I loved the way he handled himself. I loved the dimple on the side of his face. No, but there are certain things that you can't get off a piece of paper or behind your screen.
Right.
So I love dating sites, and online dating sites have been so successful with matching people. Wonderful. Use it to your advantage.
Well, I'm really excited about Joan. So,
Yes.
Joan, we're excited for you.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you next week.
Yes.
Speaking of matchmakers, we need to talk about the whole Patty Stanger situation. Do you guys know what's going on with her millionaires?
No.
Okay.
Let's fill us in.
All right. So, two of Patty Stanger's millionaires have been charged with brutalizing women, which is so crazy. Okay, so the guy
of them,
that's
which is-
two. Yeah, not one, but two. So I've got some information. I'll read it to you right now. This guy named John Bonavia, I think that's how you say his name. He was on the show in March 2014. He was a financial advisor and is worth $1 million. The cop arrived at his house to see a woman who he had beaten severely. She was in such bad shape that the cops arrested him.
Disgusting.
I know. How they arrested him for attempted murder. Okay, that's no joke. Then later the DA charged him with a felony injury on cohabitant. I don't even know what the heck that means, and making criminal threats. Okay, but then in 2014, another girl accused that same guy of hitting her with his fist and choking her. Then earlier this month, there was another millionaire from the show who was charged with, get ready for this, forcible rape, rape by drugs, forcible oral copulation, sexual penetration by a foreign object, and attempted sodomy by use of force. Wait, I'm not even done.
Wait. But what does this have to do with Patty? She doesn't hire for the show.
I know.
So that's that. I'm so happy you girls are bringing up that point. What do you think is going through the women that are in this whole, in her millionaire club, and it's, no gold diggers allowed and all that stuff. And I know she does her due diligence when trying to find these women. But when it comes to the men on the show, it's not just Patty. That's that's their casting director doing that stuff, right?
There's a team of like a lot of people don't realize there's a team of producers and production that make TV shows happen. So when I know this is Patty's show and she tries to pick the best people that she can, or I'm sure she's involved in the picking people, but behind the scenes, like you're getting background checks usually. This is what should happen before you're picked. Like, so the fact that their team, the whole production team, missed out on these flaws with these guys. It's kind of sad. You can't just blame one person for that.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely not blaming Patty at all. I mean, it was Patty probably has nothing to do with these guys. It's like she deals with other guys that aren't on her show, and then like her real business, and this is for TV.
The TV world is extremely fake.
Yeah,
when I had my show on TV, I had no control over who they're going to pick.
You know how it is,
right? And they want to pick the people who are the most dramatic, who make good TV.
Yes.
And if you don't make good TV and you're basically normal,
if you're normal, you're boring. You don't make TV.
You're not making the cut.
You're not getting on the show.
So true.
And if you're crazy and over the top and loud and your story is magnificent and it's entertaining, you're getting on. So the host of the show has it can never fall back on her because you don't even know what you're doing. You're dealing with what's put in front of you, and you're trying to make a show. So
I think it's sad that her name is now though.
I know it's attached to it.
Yeah, it's attached to it. And it's just sad that's when it comes to her name being attached to these guys who are going who obviously are
pigs. Scumbags.
Listen, it's something to be said about that, because when you have a successful show and you're on for many seasons.
Yeah, she's been on for a while.
She was on for many, many seasons. Every season, you're trying to, get the ratings up. And
you're trying to outdo your season before.
You got to try to outdo it, and you want more outrageous. So whoever these freaks were that got arrested, listen, karma caught up to them and they're arrested. Yeah. But it has nothing to do with Patty.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I just feel bad for her. I mean, like you said, like now her name is going to be associated with these creeps.
Yeah.
So
weirdos.
Siggy, do you have any fun matchmaking stories? I mean, you were Fancy Pants Park Avenue over here.
Well,
I would love to hear something.
Yeah, come on.
I was I have the craziest.
I need to hear some.
I used to have. Oh, this is so bad. But the men. Well,
this is so bad. I know. Right. What is it? I'm like nervous.
The matchmaking company that I represented, the men would pay and the women wouldn't. And I would have on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I would have to interview women to select who I was going to allow in, because then I would start matching the men, saying, okay.
What kind of questions would you ask?
Well, people would show up and they'd fill out an application, and then they'd come and sit with me. And as they're sitting with me, I had my rating. I used to rate them right in front of them, but no one would know what I was doing. Mm-hmm. So I would start with a 9, because I wanted everybody to think that they were not, like 9.2. That means that you're a 2.
Them out. Okay.
Yes.
So my God, because they could see you doing this.
So they could see me doing this. So I didn't want to offend anybody.
So you gave everybody an example, 9. But 9 was really a 0.
9 was really a 2. If it's a 9.2, that means you're not getting in. So after you left, your application was going in the garbage.
Oh, but that was so nice that you did it like that.
I have a question though, but do you do it based on like who you have millionaires, or just in general?
What I was looking for is women of all ages, of all ethnicities, but you had to be in it to win it. You wanted to really be matched, and you wanted to be in a healthy, committed relationship.
Right.
So if somebody's sitting in front of me, she could be a perfect 10. She could be Bo Derek running down the beach, or, Sofia Vergara. Doesn't matter. And the minute she says, okay, I'm 32, I want you to, I want to be matched with somebody who's 75 and is about to croak, because I'm all about the money.
You really got that?
I got that.
Ugh, so weird.
I got that a lot.
Wow.
I got that a lot.
Well, at least they were being honest. I mean,
no, they would
give them that.
I would never be able to wake up next to a 17-year-old man and be like, I love you today.
Right.
Like,
I can't wait for you to die.
Or have sex with you or make out with you. Like that's me. I would never be able to wake up and look over at I have to have some sort of connection. Like,
yes.
I would never be able to do that.
But my favorite is when I got women like you and Claire that would come to me, and I'd be like, oh my God, that's it.
Will we get 9.9, 9.10?
9.10. And then Claire or Sammy and every girl would say this to me: I want you to match me with somebody who's tall. I'm like,
tall, dark, and handsome.
I'm like, really? I've never had somebody wanting to match me with a short, fat guy who sits on the couch all day.
Only Siggy would say that. She wants a bald man.
Right.
I love it.
Love my bald man.
I know you do. It's so cute.
Do you guys not remember Mickey Rourke? Not Mickey Rourke.
I remember Mickey Rourke.
Who's the one that was married to Demi Moore?
Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis is good looking.
Yum. Okay,
I liked him.
Anyway, getting back to so people, and then I would call up Claire 2 days later. and say, Claire, I've got a match for you. His name is David. I'd give you everything that I knew about David. And I said, would you please allow David to call you so you guys can make plans to meet? And everything that you asked me for, I would match you with the opposite.
Sneaky,
Yes.
Siggy.
And there's a reason for that, because you can't determine who you're going to have chemistry. And then you come back from the date, and I call you up the next day. I'm like, Claire, so how was it?
Yeah, what
she
was
goes,
the
you know what?
statistics with that?
9 out of 10. Siggy,
Wow.
listen, I really had a good time. He is so because these were well-to-do men.
Yeah.
These were men who are from. A lot of them were Ivy Leaguers. I mean, you're not going out with chump change. I mean, you were going out with class on the highest level and really phenomenal men. But you would say, Siggy, listen, he's not, tall, dark, and handsome, but oh my God, he's got the bluest eyes. And we had conversation all night long. And you know what, Siggy? I want to see him again. And I'd be like, yay! Yay!
That's so interesting.
Yes.
If people are really, do they really come out of the date like wanting more, or do they just, are like, oh my God, I can't believe she did that?
No,
to me, like,
I'm telling you, it never happened to me.
I mean,
And as a
9
matter
times
of
out of
fact,
10 ain't bad.
Yeah,
and as a matter of
awesome.
fact, the story is in my book. There's a girl, Alina. The most beautiful woman walks into my office. She's an opera singer and a supermodel.
Wow.
She's an opera singer. She goes, I'm going back to Philadelphia, and I'm like, before you go back, I have right away. My gut instinct says, Douglas Mullen, you are going out with Douglas. So anyway, they went to the Russian tea room for lunch. The date lasted maybe 8 hours. They went to Central Park. They're married. She's pregnant with her 3rd child.
Oh, yay.
Douglas. These things make my life. They don't make my day. They make my life.
That's so nice.
And this girl was ready to go back to Philadelphia. Like, she was out of here. Not anymore. Living in New York City.
Wow.
Yep.
That's so sweet.
Such a great love story.
It is.
It was good, but there were some girls who were really, really obnoxious. One of them, she's like, my name is Olga. And she was like, when I say stunning, like a Victoria's Secret model.
Wow.
And I'm all about the money. And I said, I'm sorry. Did it say magician at the front door? Sugar Daddy is down the hall to the left on the other side of the room. Like, what are you thinking? She's like, well, I just want to be with somebody who is really old. Like, I want to date somebody who's 30 years older than me. And he's got to he's not a millionaire. I'm talking about billionaire. And I'm like, you are the ugliest human being that has ever stood in front of me.
No, but people really do say that. It's disgusting.
And wait,
in the business,
and she was
a lot of people, beautiful women with the oldest.
Sam, Claire, no shame. She wasn't she wasn't embarrassed. I'm looking at her. My mouth is open. My eyes are wide. I'm thinking, how do you sleep with yourself at night? She's nothing. She's like, okay, very nice meeting you. Thank you. And turns around and walks up, head up high, like, I'm determined to get what I want, and this is what I want. And I'm thinking, you have, you're empty on the inside.
Totally.
These are your goals in life?
Can I ask you a question, though? So for Olga to say something like that, I mean, don't you think there's men that are 75 years old out there that have $1 billion that want a trophy wife that's not going to do anything but just stand there?
Wait. But Claire and Sammy.
That's what I'm saying. You probably could have matched her up with a real D-bag and they would have been happy.
Every man be a creep, whether he admits it or not. He's
but
men are all pigs.
Every man should want to date a younger woman, and they're not all pigs. But when you're dating somebody who's 10, 15 years younger than you, a 60-year-old man who's dating a 50, he could be 65, she could be 53. I think that's appropriate.
I think that's appropriate too.
Wrong. But when you are,
agreed,
your age difference, when you're dating 25, 30 years age difference, that's when you're starting to get into different chapters of your life.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you. Sorry to interrupt, but I know somebody who's an older man, and he's now in his 80s, and his first wife, passed, and it was really sad, and then he found somebody else, and he made a connection, and he remarried, and she's much younger, but she's got to be in the low 70s, but he's high 80s.
That's amazing. That's nice.
But no, it's not really that amazing, because now he's getting old and he can't do as much as what he used to do. So she's actually taking care of this guy now.
Yeah, but that comes with
a lot. But it's so much work, and you could just tell that she's it's a lot of work from. An older woman.
She's in her 70s.
It's not like she's
still
30.
Moving. She can do much, and he's very old. So it's a very difficult.
Yes.
You don't think about that when you're dating younger. You don't think about when you get older and you have to actually end up taking care of this person who you're with, and now they're going to pass on soon, and you're now older. You're in your 70s.
Right.
It's going to be harder for you to even find a mate to live the rest of your life.
Yeah, but that
you have so many years
but
left.
think about all the years that she got of joy and love. And you can't ever walk
You're
away
right.
from love. If I knew that I only have 10 years with my husband, I would take those 10 years. If this woman who's in her 70s is taking care of this 87, 88, believe me, there's got to be, it's painful, but there's got to be some joy there, because when you're taking care of somebody that you love, there's no better feeling. It's just like taking care of a baby.
It's a lot of work, though. You don't realize
Honey,
until you're there. It's
yes.
like a lot of work.
Wait, both of you girls, wait until you have a child. Talk about a lot of work.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it's a
We
lot
have
of work.
nieces.
We have nieces.
Nieces, and I'm like, I babysit overnight, sometimes for like a couple of days, and I'm like, oh my god.
I'm babysitting on
You must be
Sunday.
Exhausted.
I'm like nervous.
I'm like,
It's-
you know what? It's just so much
So
work.
it's exhausting, but
Yes.
guess what?
Wait, the day after your daughter's bat mitzvah, which
Yes.
hopefully I won't be too hungover, I've got to watch this infant child.
Poor infant
I'm like, oh my God, poor infant child, poor Clare Galterio.
No, you're gonna love.
No, I can't wait. I can't wait.
When
She's
I'm-
the cutest
I'm like,
thing
oh,
ever.
I'm so tired, and then when I give her back, I'm like, I miss her.
Yeah,
Oh,
you miss
yeah,
her.
yeah.
Crazy.
Exactly.
But that's what happens when you have kids. It's
Yeah.
exhausting, but you love it. There's nothing
yeah.
better.
Wait, speaking of kids, did you hear about what's going on with Ryan Reynolds?
Yes.
what's
Okay.
going on?
Oh,
So
Sam, you're gonna die over this.
Ryan Reynolds' longtime friend is trying to sell pictures of baby James, which is their baby. And like that's totally just trying to make some money off his old friend. Like, whenever you were doing Jersey Shore, did you get any creeps coming out of woodwork being like, oh, I knew Sam when she was in kindergarten. Here's her eating her first cracker.
People tried to like put like my yearbook photos and stuff of like people that I was friends but not like best friends with. So people come out of woodwork just trying to get, attention or money. That's what people do. It's so sad.
But apparently this is like his
so hard.
his long time, like really good
know,
friend.
could you imagine?
That's disgusting. You know what? Karma for Ryan Reynolds for not saying hello to me
That's
that day.
right.
But when it involves the baby and your family, I just don't agree with a friend doing that. I think that's really messed up. And
Yeah.
that's
could
really
you,
sad.
Wait, could you imagine having a baby? You don't want the media around. You don't want anybody. You're married to a star. You're both celebrities. You're high profile, and you allow only your close friends to come and see the baby. And your close friends like, oh my God, what a beautiful baby! And he's taking pictures.
Disgusting.
And then he goes back and he's calling up Star and OK Magazine. He's
Yeah.
like, yeah. How much are you going to give me for these pictures? That.
How do you find out who it was?
I don't know.
Because it's hard sometimes to find out. Oh, we like that song.
That's Siggy's phone. So many phones are ringing today.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't.
I like your ringtone.
Wait, what was I saying?
Yeah. No. I want to know how Ryan Reynolds found out. That's
Yeah.
It's hard because sometimes there'll be even when I was on the show, there would be stories come out. We're like, how do you know this stuff? And they would never tell us who it was. Like the magazines would never say.
Well, the magazine told.
Yeah, the magazine was like,
sad.
yo.
I think that's really sad when it involves a baby and your family.
Could you
and want
imagine-
something private? That's really sad that somebody who you have trust in
Yes.
would go beyond your trust and just do that for a quick little bit of money because you're not getting that much money.
Yeah, like
You're
how
getting
much
a
money
little
could
bit
you
of money.
actually get?
I wouldn't think a lot.
I mean, they should just do what Taylor Swift does because whenever there was no pictures of Taylor Swift in a bathing suit. So what she did was she took it to her Instagram and would take pictures of her in a bathing suit or take pictures of her here because people wouldn't sell the pictures of her if she already had it on Instagram because you
it's
can't
not-
get any
it's not
money
top
from it.
views. It's not
So
like
what
something
Ryan
exciting.
and Blake should do is take pictures of the baby and just put them out there
No.
because they're gonna this schmuck is trying to make money off of them.
thing is,
I'd be like,
sad.
suck
I think
it.
it's a lot of people. Like, if I was in the business, would I want my kid all over? Like, for me, I don't think I was thinking about this. Like, I wouldn't want my baby, brand new baby, all in this. mess.
She's old now. She's gonna be like 3 months old.
It's a baby.
No, I know what I'm saying. It's like she's been around for a while. I think she has a driver's license.
This
She's
is
smoking
crazy.
cigarettes on the
Paparazzi,
street
they do
corner.
anything and everything. I wouldn't want my baby yet to be involved in the craziness of his life.
I'm just saying, just to kind of be like a big F you to his so-called friend. Be like, okay, now you're getting nothing,
If I
you
was
jerk.
Ryan, I'd sue the crap out of the guy.
Yeah.
No. The guy's going to be in misery. Come on, he lost his Ryan, and he lost the paycheck.
Exactly. He
Yeah.
would have benefited by being seen out with his own friend in the paparazzi and getting himself out there than trying to get weasel himself to get a little bit of cash for showing a big
Right.
picture. He now lost everything. Like Siggy
lost
said, his
everything.
friend, and he lost any other opportunity to ever be anywhere in the limelight ever again.
Yeah, that guy's a loser.
Totally.
I want to do a hangover report because I've been dying to tell you guys this story.
Oh, yeah.
So last weekend I was in Charleston for a girls' weekend, which is so funny because Sam just went on a girls' weekend to Miami, which we need to talk about. So
Had some
we're
great
out.
stories.
So my girlfriends are out at we're at this place called, I think it was called Republic. I don't remember. I'd never been to Charleston before. It was so fun. We're like drinking, dancing, having a good time. And the four of us are dancing in a group. Now, guys and girls know this. Girls dance in a group because usually they want to dance with each other.
Yeah.
If they wanted other guys to come around, like, they'll be cordial and like turn and like dance and reciprocate if a guy's dancing with you. So the four of us are dancing together, having a great time, like fist pumping it up in Charleston. And this guy comes up to my one girlfriend and starts dancing with her, and she's like, okay, whatever. So I like dancing.
Was she into it?
She was like, you know what? It was like he wasn't like being aggressive yet, but he kind of got in the circle. So like, okay, cool, whatever. And then he started really being aggressive towards my one girlfriend, and my friend goes, all right, buddy. She goes, I'm married, because like he got like really aggressive. So she like she pointed to her ring finger, and the guy goes, oh, no worries, and pulls his hand in his pocket and pulls out his wedding ring and goes, me too. And she goes, what? She's like, you're such a jerk. She's like, I wasn't hiding. He's like, I'm not hiding it. She's like, you just took your ring out of your pocket and showed me you were married. Like, that is so
crazy.
Sketchy.
Yeah, that is sketchy.
Like, no good.
Wait. Here's what's coming. Wait, I want to know how your girlfriend, who's married, went on a girls' trip, like, to Charleston?
Yeah.
Like, she got on a plane and left her husband and went to Charleston?
Yeah.
Okay, that to me is so foreign. I'm sorry.
Really?
I think it's so healthy.
It's so foreign to me. I would never, I would never, ever get on a plane. I'm not saying anything about her. I'm just saying, wow, good for her.
Yeah.
Because I would never leave Michael. Like, I would leave him and go out to dinner with the girls. I would go overnight. Like, I went to Manhattan with my best friend Jennifer, my sister Iris. We stayed at the Regis. We had the sickest weekend of our lives. But to get on a plane and leave my husband for how long were you gone for?
48 hours. We weren't gone for that long.
48 hours.
Sorry,
okay.
Sig.
I think it's healthy if you get away.
I do too.
And
I
also,
just would have never.
They were dating for, I think, almost 10 years, and then they've been married for 2. So, I mean, they're fine. I mean, I have no problem leaving Dave, but I don't live with
Sometimes
Dave.
you need girls' weekend.
Yeah.
No. Sometimes you need a weekend.
You do. First of all, I have a fear of flying, but secondly...
yeah, that's true. That's also another reason why you wouldn't go.
I want to say, God, that is amazing for her.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Like, yeah.
I think that she's
It's all about trust.
Oh, yeah.
They have a great trust system that they have.
They have a great relationship. And I mean, I think... when you're like an independent girl, independent woman, not to quote Destiny's Child, but like, throw your hands up at me, like do it. Like, I think it's a great thing that she can come hang out with her girls. I think because you're married, that doesn't mean that you can't hang out with your girlfriends who aren't married.
Not. I just have a fear.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I have a fear of leaving Michael for too long. I don't know what it is.
Because you're madly in love. And
no, it's not even madly. Yeah, we're in love, but he's to me, he's the most fun to be with. And
exactly. You have a great relationship. Like sometimes when I'm in a great relationship, I always want to be with that person.
Yeah. No, but she just said the key. It was 48 hours.
Yeah.
If it was a week.
The flight was an hour and 25 minutes. It was like a joke.
Wow.
It was a joke. You should. That's where you should start, Siggy.
Weekend vacations, all for it, because I think even if it's 24, if you go for a day trip, 48 hours. Because
48 hours is great.
Life does not stop when you get married.
Exactly, which I'm learning.
To enjoy it. And if
I'm not married,
be a fun weekend, whether you go to Charleston, and I've never been in Charleston, but whether you go to Charleston or
let me tell you,
or anywhere else, it's all the same. Like, it's good to get away every now and then.
Sam, there's something in the water in Charleston because every male specimen is beautiful.
Wait, Charleston, South Carolina?
Yeah.
Did they talk with the drawl? I love
they all have accents.
Oh, hello, how are you? I understand where you're coming from, but
I don't know.
My love. That was Jersey.
I don't know what that was. That accent was out of control. That was out of control.
Well, hold on. No, my best friend's coming in this Friday from Mississippi, and every time I see her,
nice.
my Kelly, and she's just like, Siggy, I know you're trying to be Southern, but you're still the Jersey.
I don't even know what that was. I mean, that was pretty impressive. No matter what, I couldn't even tell you what that was supposed to be.
Hi, y'all. I can't.
That was a little better. That was a little better.
If anybody says y'all, it sounds country.
Y'all.
Yeah.
Just love the South, and
it was just so beautiful. We had such a nice time, and it was really.
That's really a crazy hangover report that actually happened. Like, what a douche.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm going to talk about you on my podcast. And the guy was like, what? I'm like, later.
Oh my God, I totally said that for my YOLO report if you want to get into that.
Yes, let's hear it.
for my YOLO this week, I went on a girls trip to Miami. We had the most amazing time. But I was exhausted, and we had a flight home. We booked our flight home because we had to get out of there. Like, when you party too much, you're like, it's time to go home.
Yeah.
Right.
So we had a later flight last night, and then we decided to change it for the morning. So me and my two friends left Sunday, and me and my other girlfriend, we left on Monday. And it's now, we had a 7:00 flight. So we had to wake up at like 4:30.
In the AM?
In the AM.
Yeah.
So we were like, whatever, we'll just throw our hair and like look like crap, and we'll just go in the airplane.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. So we almost didn't make the flight, but we finally... Like, we got through the security, and we're walking to now where our gate is, and we go into the store. I like to get a drink and always like a snack at least, just in case I'm hungry.
I love that Sam gets granola bars. I get like Cheez-Its, M&M's,
Oh my God,
Starburst,
this is now, like,
gummy
6
bears.
in the morning.
That's fine. I do not discriminate against time when it comes to food.
So we're in there, and do you follow me on Snapchat, Claire? I don't know, or Siggy?
I think so. I think we're friends on Snapchat.
I snapped it because I was like, what is going on?
Yeah. What is Snapchat?
I was like, what is... Oh, my God.
Snapchat is the
I'm
best
like,
thing
what is
ever.
going on? We're in there. Me and my friend are in the store, and all of a sudden I look over, and it's like 2 people on these hoverboard things are literally in the store on their hoverboard looking for items. One's checking out, and one's on their hoverboard. I'm like, oh, my God.
Explain what those are.
It's
People that
called
don't know what those are.
I have my
hoverboard.
children just got it. My ex-husband comes over
It's like
last
these wheelie
weekend.
things.
He's like, look what I got for Sophie and Joshua. I'm like, get those things out of the house.
Yeah,
they're
crazy.
It's crazy what these things do.
They're like
all over the place.
skateboards on steroids.
They're
Yes.
like skateboards with wheels. And that's exactly what it is.
Amazing.
But these people were in the airport riding around the store with that.
Sam, skateboards have wheels.
Okay, sorry. Stop.
Sorry.
Skateboards
with really
Two
big
okay,
wheels.
on each
Yes,
side.
2
Let's say
wheels. That was much better. Okay, continue. So the skateboards with wheels are
I just
flying
had a
around
blonde
you.
moment. Okay. But anyway, they were like scooting around. Like, what the hell is this? I had to Snapchat it. Like, is this normal at the airport? And I snapped it. And then all of a sudden, me and my friend, we walk out and we're like just standing there. And they're like, okay, we just made it to the flight. So they're like, first class, whatever. And me and my friend, we just booked a regular coach flight. And all of a sudden, like a squad of everybody in their U-Wheels goes up for the first class. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Literally, like, there's 8 people on
How
it.
old are
Guess
these
who it
people?
was?
Who?
Guess who it was?
I know.
Jason Derulo and his squad.
Sophie.
You wheeled all the way to the opening of the airplane, like down the hall and
That
everything.
is the
That's
coolest.
awesome.
Oh my God.
So there was random 2 people that were on our flight. There was literally like a whole squad of U-Wheels. There had to been at least 15 people on U-Wheels. I swear.
That's
Jason,
awesome.
first of all,
I
Jason
love
Derulo. My daughter, her bat mitzvah is this Saturday.
Can you please
My
come?
daughter,
He was
Sophie
really
Hannah
skinny.
Flicker, is obsessed with your song Trumpets. Will you marry me? All she listens to is Jason Derulo. If you're not doing anything, please call me. Okay? I'd like to
Her
hear
number is 91. No,
Him and his squad. It was like you wheeling. It was like boom, and it was so early, so nobody was in the airport really except our flight. It was crazy, and it was like right in front of my face. And I'm like, I said to my friend Allie, I was like, that is Jason Derulo. And I'm like, he just went, whoop, you wheeled me right by me. I was like, oh my God, we're on the same plane as Jason
I
Derulo.
love
That's
Jason
amazing.
Derulo.
And his squad and his team. But it
Did
was
anybody
cool.
fall?
Nobody fell. They just.
No, you don't-
wheeled it was like I actually want one so
No.
I can go in the airport. Imagine, no, it's so cool. You go so quick. Boop, boop. You walk the airport. You walk through the airport. You know how long it takes to go to your baggage claim? I would totally U-wheel off of the plane to my baggage.
Crazy.
Yeah, I thought it was so cool. I was like all in awe.
It's like
I
the
couldn't believe it.
Segways without the whole body machine.
Yeah,
See,
exactly what it is.
Yes.
I would legit fall off. I mean, I wouldn't. I tried skateboarding once and I sprained my ankle and it was awful. So I think I'm going to leave it at
And then
that.
Claire-
I'm not good with balance either at all.
Yeah, honey, you did a cartwheel and you fractured your arm.
I did a cartwheel into a fountain. This is true.
So true.
I guess just like, maybe any sort of sport activity I should stay away from.
You and I are getting this. I have one.
I would. Oh wait.
I'll give you.
Can you video it? And
I'm going to
then
video.
Show
Yes.
me it.
Yes, I'm going to video.
Can
it.
you please? All right,
Yes.
guys, I want to wrap up this episode with some social media shout outs. But I
yes,
can't
love everything
find.
social media.
Oh,
Where's
Claire,
the one
what
I
about
want to.
the one that you got in a fight with? That was just.
I know, but wait, I'm trying to find it on. Oh, here we go. I found it.
We had somebody not a fan of Claire.
Okay, so that's fine. Like when this person commented on Sam's Instagram, basically saying that they think that they love the podcast, which I appreciate, and that they think that Sam and Siggy are amazing, of course, which obviously is true, but they didn't like me. And so I was like, okay, whatever. So I commented back, and then I was like, you know what? As I pressed send, I was like, this is so silly. Like, I actually am happy the person has an opinion. They said they didn't like my voice. They said they think I'm so cool. They don't know who I am. I'm a big fat loser. Whatever. That's fine. Think what you want. So I was like, I'm just going to delete it. So I deleted it. And then the person basically called me out and was like, you're enough of a nobody to see and reply back. So I was just like, whatever. So I don't even want to shout them out, though. I would like to shout out LC_NS. And she said, people always judge just because they need to feel better with themselves. I love Clare Galterio. I think she's such a sweetheart. And that girl was just so sweet for commenting because she knew that person was being so mean to me.
Gets a shout out.
So I'm shouting out the nice person, not the mean person.
You got to understand, for a person to have a negative feeling is fine. We all hate, love, everybody. No, nothing is black and white. Okay, you're allowed to hate, but to actually put your energy into it and type out a negative message is such a loser thing to do.
I just thought that was so nice of that girl to say. Her name's, I think it's Katerina. So, hi, Katerina. Thank you so much for our shout out.
I have somebody who was like, Sammy Sweetheart, so sad I didn't get my shout out on this week's episode of Just Sayin, but I still loved it. Support. So I was like, oh my God, that was so nice. So
who was it?
Good fella, 512. I saw your tweet, and thank you for tuning in and listening.
It's so nice. What a great
We appreciate all the love and support that we get on Instagram.
Yes, and if you want to write
Twitter
anything that's constructive that we could actually do, like, people tweet, can you talk about this? Can you talk about this subject?
Yeah, give us some things you want to hear us talk about.
We don't put ourselves out there thinking everyone's going to love us. We're not stupid. We're three very bright girls. So you want to say something, constructive? We'd love to hear it. If you're just going to say, I can't stand you and yada, 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 listen, more power to you. Health and happiness to you.
Sometimes, I posted a photo on Instagram and somebody's like, why do you always look like you're holding in a fart? I was like, oh my God. I can't stand that. I'm like, I can't stand when people do that.
You can never win.
Block, delete.
Block, delete.
You can't.
All right, the moral of the story is just be nice to everybody. And you can have an opinion. That's fine.
Yeah, you can have an opinion.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for next week. I can't wait about the caller. I'm so excited about Zeus.
Relationship guru Joan will be with us next week. Right?
So everybody tune in, and I can't wait for next week.
Yes. And thank you for